Hello, my dear Libra friends. Welcome to lanmoutarot. This is a general reading for Libra Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the last week of October 2019. Thank you so much for your patience and your continued support, Libra. And we're gonna get straight into it, and I'm going to keep this very short. We're not gonna get clarifications. We'll pull 6 cards instead of 3. And here we go. Spirit messages for Libra. Messages for Libra. And folks, remember, these are general readings. They may not resonate with you, meaning the story may not apply to your life. And if it doesn't, it's okay. All right? It's for somebody out there. Don't try to make it fit. Here we go, Libra. Messages for Libra. The 8 of Swords, the 7 of Wands, Knight of Wands, the King of Cups, the 7 of Pentacles, and the 7 of Cups. At the bottom, we have the 9 of Pentacles. And you have 3 7 here, Libra. 7 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, and 7 of Cups. Okay. What's facing you, for some of you, with the 7 of Pentacles, I'm not seeing just about abundance and enjoying fruit of labors here. I'm seeing a sense of loneliness. Someone who feels like, I have all these things, but I feel lonely. I'm in this garden by myself. She's playing the bird, but she's not even looking at the bird. For some reason, the expression on that person is really coming through here. There's a sense of sadness here, okay? There's not a sense of like glee and happiness and joy, even contentment here. There's a sense of loneliness I feel here, like being surrounded by lavishness and all those things and not having anyone else to enjoy them with. So for some of you, Libra, especially for those of you that are single, that may be something that's really in your mind during this time. And here the first card we have is the 8 of Swords. So for some of you, you are really feeling a sense of like limitation, of restriction, okay? This is Gemini energy, but it's also it's such a contradiction because it's a card of Jupiter and Gemini. That is, Gemini is about the mind, the intellect, expression, and here the person is blindfolded and unable to move, being bounded by this cord, and it's as if like you cannot fully communicate, you cannot travel, all those things we associate with third house energy, far and wide, that as we the things we the qualities we associate with the planet Jupiter, about expansion, you right, and expansiveness and travel and just wise, like it's like everything is on a grander scale, right? Even the thought and ideas, it's not like, you know, Gemini, oh, I can communicate with Jupiter energy to be like mass communication, right? It would be like far distance travel. It wouldn't just be like, oh, these are my thoughts about this, I'm gonna express and share that with you. It would be like bigger and wiser words based on like deep philosophy, like someone has really worked through based on that they've gained to experience, and you know, a lot of reading and scholarly work. So there's a sense of contradictions here, and that's why it's an illusion, because you're not really stuck. You have access to all of that because it's still Jupiter energy. The sense of feeling stuck here, it's in your mind. It's some kind of limitation you place on yourself, Libra. So for those of you that feel like, I can't do anything, I'm stuck in this situation, I'm stuck in this environment, I'm stuck in this relationship, I'm stuck in this job. And for some of you, it may be in, because it's the King of Cups that's at the bottom here, it may be in an emotional situation or in an emotional way of connecting with another, or in a romantic situation that you feel stuck, okay? You feel like, because the kings, they what they say, it's only at the top. So the kings, they govern, right? They may have a queen that's their counterpart, but they don't really, most of the time when a king and a queen, they have a loving relationship where it's like, based on true love and real love. It's always like a rarity. Like even in the history book, when that actually happens, you will see that they mention it kind of like to be celebrated. It's like, wow, because it's so rare, right? So usually it's an arrangement based on political expendency. Is that a word? Based on I don't know why I said that. Based based on the politics of the time. Expediency, that's the word. All right, stick with me here, Libra. But anyways, like they'll have many lovers, and it's well known. Like that story of this Turkish what is it? Suleiman. I love that story of Suleiman and Uram. It's kind of like revered through history because it was true love back in those days. Those oh, what do they call them? Sultan. That's who they were, like emperor, like back in the days during the Turkish empire here. Like they didn't even used to be married. They were not allowed to be married because it was almost like this one woman who have too much power over you, right? That's why they used to have a harem, and they have like all those different women. They have babies with all those different women. They like they didn't have one wife. So that was the idea. And even in Europe, even that then those that got married, it wasn't like based on a love relationships, because it's lonely at the top. That's what I'm getting back to. So for some of you Libras, you may feel like in your emotion you on top of it. Perhaps in other aspect of your life you feel like you're doing just well. You feel like very accomplished. You feel like you have everything materially that you could want, but you feel like emotionally you feel kind of stuck. You feel like you have not been able to explore your the full depth of your emotions, of your feelings, okay? And even if you're actually in a relationship right now, you feel like there's some kind of limitation that's been placed in what you can experience within that relationship, okay? Like you have your Queen of Cups or your partner or whatever. If it's you the woman here, and you have your King of Cups, it's almost like there's some kind of limitation. It's almost like you and that person, you can get this far. Like the level of intimacy that you can get to is there's a limitation to it. Okay, there's some kind of restriction here. Whether it's in your mind as like how vulnerable you allow yourself to be, or that person allow themselves to be with you, but there's a limit of restriction here where you feeling there's a sense of loneliness. You're aware of like you don't have that person in your life where you feel you can just be, where you feel you can share, where you feel you can just, even if you had nothing, that you could just go to the park or go for a walk in your neighborhood and just like the time of your life, as much as if you had to get completely dressed up and go travel the world and go on expensive vacation, right? You feel like you do not have that person in your life for some of you, and that's what's causing this feeling of angst, okay? And like you like the seven of wands here, this is someone who's like fighting. We don't see what they're fighting about, but it's almost like he knows the enemies that are below him. He's waging the ones. All we see here is those ones that are sticking up, right? But there's something happening. Look at the fierceness in the face, right? He's taking great strength and like courage here to fight one against that many. So for some of you, you are willing here to go to battle based on principles. You know what your truth is, and you know what you want, and you know what that you're willing to fight for it. You are willing to what you're willing to stake for it, okay? And look, it's been clarified, if you will, by the Seven of Pentacles. This is the card of like, I did everything I was supposed to do. For some of you, especially those of you that are actually in a relationship, you may feel like, I fought for this relationship. I made sacrifices for this relationship. I stuck by this person when it felt like everything was against us. Everything was against me. What do I get from it? The Seven of Pentacles is someone who's kind of like done everything, right? They prepared the land, they planted the seed, they watered the seed, they maintained it, and now they literally like impatiently waiting for that tree to grow, to bear fruit, so they can harvest. They're waiting for their harvests, and they're waiting for the fruit of their labor, and they're just like waiting, right? There's a sense of like impatience here, like where is mine, when is it gonna happening? You felt like, for some of you, you fought for it, you did everything that you're supposed to do, and when is it gonna happening? And here you are, still sitting by yourself in the garden, by yourself still. Knight of Wands. Some of you might have been dealing with someone, especially if you have a fire sign in your life, that that was in and out, that was not giving you the commitment that you wanted, that was not meeting you on firm ground, that wasn't sticking around. Okay, you are willing to fight for them, but they perhaps are not willing to fight for you. Or it could be vice versa, as always. But what I'm getting here for you, Libra, for those of you this message will connect with, there was a relationship where some of you might have had the blinders on. Okay, for some of you, you felt a sense of restriction, like in your mind, like it's almost you could never get too close enough to that person. It's almost like you tried, but it's almost like in your mind there's some kind of blockage to get to the real intimacy with that person. And for some of you, it very well may feel like you really love that person. There was real emotions there, like your feelings for that person are so truth that you remain in this situation even though you knew it wasn't healthy. You the one who binded yourself to that situation in your mind, that you had to stick by that person because your feelings were so strong for that person. You are showing you your feelings were at the highest level, like as it could be, as a King of Pentacles here. Okay, you had such strong feelings for that person, you almost like married yourself, to a very unhealthy situation, to someone that was not fighting for you when you were fighting for them. And you were just waiting for finally for things to change. But it wasn't just an illusion. That person was never gonna stick around. The Seven of Cups is the card of illusion. Okay? It's the card of seeing all those different possibilities that are completely elusive, because they're all passing through on the clouds. How fast the clouds happen, disappears. Second, sometimes you blink, clouds gone. Okay? So it was just an illusion. That person was not sticking around. That person was not serious. That person was a player. That person created a sense of confusion, a sense of illusion for you. And here you are. And for some of you, it might have been something that went on for quite a while, to the point where you felt like life passed you by. You missed a lot of chances, right? Or the people you could have met by staying in that relationship with that person. You see, talking about something that went long for a while. That's the card that came out for you, past life relationship. Your feeling are so strong is because some of you've known that person before. Okay? You have known each other before. This is like a karmic relationship that has gone into cycles. Like that Knight of Wands here, that person keeps on coming and showing back into your life. They keep on going and coming and going, creating confusion and illusion in your life. And you keep sticking around. And this is at the bottom of the deck. Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy, because this is not past life relationship as this is good. This is like past life relationship. That's a karmic relationship, a karmic situation. There's a lesson here for you to learn that you're not learning, Libra. It's time to release it. It's time to cut the cord. Use the Scorpio energy during this time of Scorpio. Scorpio is all about death and rebirth. It's all about transformation, to clear that out of your life. During this new mood, set new intention for yourself. Write down everything you would want in a partner, and realize that that person has not been that for you. You're hoping for them. You're hoping for the change because your feelings are so strong and will, but they never meet you halfway, and they won't. And don't be too hard on yourself. The reason that you get stuck there because your feelings are true. Honor those feelings. But also be real about what exactly you've experienced so far and what you would like to experience. Is this what you want to continue on? Because here what I'm feeling, what's facing you is like someone who's very sad, who's sitting there looking and being like, why am I by myself in this beautiful garden, this beautiful life I've created? Why am I standing here alone with a bird? Where's my counterpart? Someone you had high hopes for, you have lots of big, deep feelings for. But the time you has come to release your ex. To clear your energy of that person, which is a past life. It's the energy that's followed you from past life. So don't be too hard on yourself. Learn the lessons that you are supposed to learn. Write down those things. Do some journaling. Write down your thoughts. Write down your feelings. Write down the things you want in a partner that will bring you fulfillment, that will bring you happiness. Write down about your ideal partner and stop manifesting that, because that person has not been it, and that person, it doesn't show here that they're gonna be it. And Spirit is telling you to let go, to clear your energy. Okay? And that may be a tough reading, and it may not be, maybe for 1, 2, 3 of you, but that's the message that's coming through here, and it's an important message for someone. Okay, guys? So if it's not your reading, it's okay. Just it's okay. This is the bottom of the deck, the Keepers of Your Light Oracle deck. Green Terra, Supreme Protection. You are protected. Cards are being cut. Move beyond limitation. Trust. Do you see the synchronicity of the message, Libra? These cards here, they're being cut. These limitations, these restrictions, they're being removed from your life. Spirit is. Trust. They're asking here, time has come to release your ex, to clear your energy, and they're helping you with that. Isn't that something? Now you have to have trust. Okay? You are protected. Trust. And that's the card that actually came out for you. And it says, Soul Flame. Rediscover a lost part of yourself. Experience relationship harmony and healing. Yes, healing is needed here. Okay? Rediscover a lost part of yourself. That person that feels stuck, that person that's giving, and that hoping and staying in the sense of illusion and confusion, that's not you. You need to rediscover a lost part of yourself to fight, like, because you have a lot of love here to give, and you're very abundant here, it's showing, Libra. So you need someone that really understands you, that value you, that can appreciate you, that can love you, that can partner with you and meet you halfway and create something beautiful. Okay? You're going to have to rediscover that part of yourself. Once you start doing that journaling, that's coming very strong for some of you guys. Write down those things. Sometimes when we write things down and purge, and yes, it will be emotional. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, and I'm not saying it's going to be tomorrow. For some of you, it may be faster than others, but you have to start doing the work, and you have the backing of Spirit here. Supreme protection. Not just divinely protected, supreme protection. That's what the card Green Terra is telling you, okay? Cards are being caught on your behalf. Go to the emotions. See things for what they are right here in the 3D world and release. Forgive yourself for your part. Release. Heal. Forgive that person. They may not know better. That's their journey. They have their own lessons to learn. They cannot meet you. They cannot be that person you would like them to be, that you need them to be during this time. Send them love. Send them positive energy. Pray for them. Perhaps they'll see the error of their ways. Perhaps they'll meet somebody new that's going to help them. That perhaps they'll, I don't know. They'll see that they've hurt you. They've caused you real hurt. They see they're wasted, your energy. But then again, there's no such thing as wasted, because you had a lesson to learn here too. And they're learning. They're going through their own journey. Okay? Healing is needed here. Healing is needed here. And and the shift of energy, that transformation will start happening. This beautiful lotus flower here is about regeneration. It grows out of murky water, okay? Out of dirty water into a beautiful flower, regenerate itself. It's a symbol of peace. It's a symbol of renewal. It's a symbol of the transformation we can create in our life every day. We have that opportunity to do that. Scorpio energy, death and rebirth, transformation. Transmute that energy. Take that love. Don't get cynical. Use that love and turn it inward into your life. Turn it into the people in your life that have been there for you, that have been supporting you. And stay open. And manifest this new beginning that you want. Manifest that partner that you want into your life, okay? Because that person here, they were not it. I'm sending you so much love during this time, Libra. Please come back soon for the next set of reading. As always, remember, love is indeed the only answer. Thank you so much. Bye.